see that, thief? Busted.
You tell me, who is your daddy and what does he do?
Don't ask him. Don't ask him again, Arnold.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
All right, guys, what can you do? So, we're going to have an interesting video here. I wanted to talk about, is there a reserve list in Sorcery Contested Realm? And in the way, you know, reserve lists, the big buzzy word, real polarizing, I guess. I don't know. People get all worked up about it in Magic the Gathering. In Sorcery, we already have artwork being retired and announced to be exclusive for Alpha. So I wanted to walk you through which cards those are and what the impact is that we're seeing on the market as a result. All right, so let's start with the Elemental Avatars. All right, so I'm going to pull them up one at a time. We're going to look at them in foil form. And I got them on my other screen here. So I'm pulling in. First, we have let's go full screen, the beautiful Avatar of Air. So we just had an auction for this card. I think it sold for $775. It's extremely rare. The Avatar of Air card, let's talk about where those show up, right? So in the pre-constructed deck, you find the 4 elemental avatars as the figure piece, the figurehead of those pre-constructed decks. So those are pre-constructed decks, just as the name implies. They're the same card list in each of the 4 decks that you get, and it's designed as an introductory product to teach you how to play the game, right? So it's custom amount of Atlas cards and spell cards and, you know, certain synergies within the game that'll kind of walk you through how some of the core mechanics work and that kind of thing. So in the pre-cons, you have the non-foil versions, and then in the booster boxes, you can only find these foil versions. So these are expected to show up with a rarity comparable to elite foils. So that is roughly, you know, 500-ish population, even a little below that in the 400. So they're extremely rare. That's why the card sold for so much. There's a lot of chase and demand for those. Beautiful artwork. They look absolutely amazing in foil. So you have the Avatar of Air. That's the first one. And these are going to be replaced by new avatars in the pre-constructed decks for beta that'll be coming out over the next few months. We expect October 6th, I think, is the date that they announced. All right, so next you have the Avatar of Water. Again, really nice, beautiful foiling here. And moving on, the Avatar of Fire. Again, you see this in foil. You see the foil stamping on the text, the nice crisp lettering. And then this one is not really held at a great lighting to kind of see the foiling effect, but there, nevertheless, that is fire. And then lastly, the Avatar of Earth, right? So you have this, again, in foil and only the booster packs. All right, so those 4 elemental avatars are going to be replaced in beta. Next, and this is should we go to the speculative one? Let's go first to the Frazetta cards. So we have 3 Frazetta cards. There's actually a 4th, and I don't think I have a picture handy. It's the Vile Imp. I could pull it up on the website here. Yeah, let's go to, real quick, since I don't have an image, let's go to collectorarthouse.com, Sorcery Cards, Frank Frazetta, and here we can get a good look as well. And you see the Vile Imp, right? So this card is going to be exclusive art to Alpha. You know, they cannot secure the licensing beyond Alpha, so they just announced very recently, in the past week, I think it was, that card will be retired, or that artwork at least, and we expect to see alternate art in the beta set. And then you have the 3 big hitters. These are all uniques, as you can see. The Ruler of Thul, and of course these foil cards have the full art on the back. They're Frazettas, so they're hugely popular. They appeal to the fantasy art genre, even outside of the game. In my opinion, I see a lot of collectors from the Frazetta forums coming into my Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group. I've actually advertised the group on the Frazetta pages and showed cards I've auctioned, articles I've written, tributes I've done to Frank Frazetta. A lot of people have joined the group, so it's really cool. They learned about the game for the first time as Frazetta fans, and vice versa. Frazetta fans that may be younger and don't know about the legend of Frank Frazetta are discovering him for the first time. So it's really cool. The Ruler of Thul, another card that did extremely well. I think it sold for $750, I want to say. Or similarly, so I did the Ruler of Thul, I'm forgetting already, the Courtesan Dice, we auctioned both of those, and then the Death Dealer in foil, I think, has only been discovered maybe once or twice to my knowledge. I think only one that I can recall off the cuff. There was one guy, Marco, who pulled all 3 of these. Freaking unbelievable luck. The luck of the Canadians. So he's got all 3 of these. And then you have the Vile Imp. And then there is one more card, not to be forgotten, but actually not discussed that much. So this card shows up as a standard inclusion in the pledge pack. So all of the Kickstarter backers get, I think, 1 pack of these per Kickstarter pledge. But I believe the Avatar of the Realm pledge gets 12 of those pledge packs. So that's a special perk and premium. You know, that card is going to be exclusive to Alpha, and that artwork is absolutely amazing. I actually have a playmat with that artwork, and I gave away a bunch of those to Patreon members and just people in the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group, just to give back, and you know, where people were participating and being active and contributing positively. Every once in a while, I'll do just like a random giveaway and be like, hey, hilarious comment, man, give me your address. If you want to DM me, I'll send you some cards or a playmat or something. So that was pretty cool. And then lastly, the one card that's being speculated on. So Eric's Curiosa, right? A very special card. I actually just wrote an article about curio cards. Curiosa is not a curio card. That's a common mistake that a lot of people have been making. But Eric's Curiosa is a card in the alpha set, in the core set, artwork by Francesca Berald. And the sketch variant of this actually happens to be a curio card. The one you're looking at here is not a curio. It's a core card in the set. And in beta, they've said that there's going to be 402 cards, and the alpha set is 403 cards, and that does not include curio cards. So that's another kind of like interesting, weird nuance where we don't know the true full master set size because we don't know how many variations of curio cards exist. But in terms of core cards, there's 403 in alpha. There's only going to be 402 in the beta set. So a lot of people are speculating that perhaps they'll memorialize or kind of immortalize the Eric's Curiosa artwork. You know, it's got a lot going for it, and it's the namesake of the company, so kind of retiring it would make it special, like the elemental avatars, like the Frazetta cards. And there's a curio variant of it, so you know, it relates to that early development history, so it kind of makes a lot of sense that they might retire this card. It's also got a really cool effect where it says "Rip Eric's Curiosa to pieces," and then you get to draw a card from your collection. So not even your deck. You just pull out the binder, you grab the card, and there you go. Maybe you win a tournament and win like an original painting or something. So there you have it, guys. We have the 4 elemental avatars, the 4 Frazetta cards in the core set. So you have the 3 uniques. The Vile Imp is an ordinary. And then you have the Occult Ritual card. It is a pledge pack. There's also an alternate art of that by Lindsay Crumet in the core set. And those are going to be big-time chase cards with a lot of value because they're pseudo-reserve lists, you know, like they're being retired after alpha. So really cool, interesting finding. Just kind of wanted to put that out there. I haven't heard a lot of chatter about that. Thought you guys might find that interesting. So thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned. We're going to have more Frazettas coming through auction. We're going to have curio cards. We're going to have elemental avatars. I'm giving away a lot of spoilers. It's going to be a huge weekend. We have some of the artist proofs coming through, a lot of them from various artists. You know, there's like only 25 copies plus 4 from the Avatar of the Realm top pledge kit. Each of them got a complete set of artist proof cards. So 29 in aggregate of every card in the set, 25 that the artists have. So they're painting on those. They'll be offered very slowly for auction through the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group and through the Discord for the 10 or so artists that I'm working with, and then a couple others that on the fence haven't decided just yet, so they're kind of holding out, and then several of them are working on their own and doing their own thing. So different opportunities. You'll definitely want to join the Collector Arthouse Discord or the community Facebook group, and make sure you're aware of those opportunities. I announced them. They're 24-hour auctions, so you got to kind of be checking in daily and make sure you don't miss it. Yeah, thanks for your interest, guys. There's a lot of great stuff going on. You know, really exciting. The fulfillment's coming to the U.S. all over the place. I didn't get my tracking number yet, so I'm kind of just making videos, writing articles. I put out a curio article at collectorarthouse.com. Please go check it out. If you're in the Facebook group or my Collector Arthouse Discord, you'll see that I announced that today, and it's very long, but there's a lot of detail on all 5 curios. 5. See that catcher mitt hand on camera? The camera adds 10 pounds of thickness and girth. I actually have very lean hands. So read that article. It's really interesting. Deep dive into curios. It'll help you understand what you're looking for, what you want to be on the eye out when you're looking in those ordinary slots of the pack. Don't breeze by just the exceptional slots and the elite unique slot. Look at every ordinary slot, look closely, read my article, look for the signs, and hopefully you will pull a curio too and trade it to this guy. Take care, everybody.